り自分の目で見てこそ世界の美しさを感じられる。知ることがないなら私が遊びに連れて行ってあげましょうか。
Oh, my mic was... What? Why was it muted? I already unmuted it. Oh, okay. Wait, I think I know what happened. So I think, so I have a keyboard shortcut to mute and unmute the mic in OBS, and I think, and I also have this software running where it shares allows me to share one mouse and keyboard for multiple PCs on the same network. And I think I was on the other PC when I pressed my keyboard shortcut to unmute. So it didn't actually unmute. Well, anyway, all right, let me go back from the start. What's up, wrong person? How you doing? Greetings from the land of Finns. How many good-looking Finns have you seen so far? And how good did they look? And also, who in the world says moi moi? Also, hello Nashidi, how you doing, man? Skipping daily commissions, yes. Who in their right mind would not skip daily commissions? Like, do you actually love doing daily commissions? And if you do, I mean, like, you might just be the most in love person in the world. If you somehow love doing daily commissions and you've been doing it since day one of Genshin. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
無事今日の依頼を達
RJ, the FOMO got me and spent money for Fortnite? Fortnite? Oh my god. Like, really? Wait, are you sure that wasn't a typo? That's not a typo, right? That's a typo, right? What do you even spend money on Fortnite for? Like, what do you even get? Oh, this is not the right team.
私のお家にいらっしゃい
私は帰ってきた。いざ、しっ、まい。
覚えたわよしっかり立ってな
Well, this is not my most efficient team to run this domain, but whatever. Average Finnish women? Average Finnish... okay, woman. Is like a 9... Really? Really? Okay. Duly noted. Duly noted. Thank you for your feedback, good sir.
痛くしちゃうかも
静粛にあがき私は下げすいざ風よ
I did not swear a typo, and I did not mark the other one. Nice job, me.
褒めを垂れろまい
This is so unfair. It's a blonde paradise. Well, that's, you know, that this is something that I've noticed about Europe, especially in some of the in like the northern part of Europe. Like they're I don't know if what it has to do with genes. Like, not genes, you know, like genes genetics, not genes like ancestry. But there seems to be a lot more genetic diversity up there. That people seem to have evolved to be just more beautiful in general. Like, and not only there, but also in the Middle East. Like, I don't want to deal with this. Darn it. Okay. Well, whatever. Yeah, people in the Middle East and in Northern Europe. America, I guess, but yeah, I guess some parts of America. But mostly Northern Europe and the Middle East. There seems to be a really good amount of genetic diversity over there. It's the same team, but add Zhongli for the comfort. This was just a mistake. I did not mean to bring this team in, and honestly, I'm not sure why I even have this team still. Like, very often I have Zhongli on this team. Like, it is more comfortable because, like, I shield, right? But it's also a little harder to maintain the 3 draconic stacks with Zhongli, because Nahida's Dendro app is so strong that I hardly ever get to crystallize after my first rotation. Because Nahida's the mark up time is so long, it lasts way longer than an entire rotation. Yeah, so it's a little more, it's a little harder. It's comfortable, but it also is a little harder to maintain good DPS uptime. But yeah, I get what you mean. I've yet to see a land whale like the ones we have back in Canada. A land whale? Wait, wait. Are you talking about what I think you're talking about? Like when you say land whale, are you talking about the type of land whale that you like that is native to the USA? Nothing, nothing against me, like Americans, right? Nothing against people from the USA, but if I'm thinking what you're, if I'm thinking what you're thinking, then like, am I right? Am I thinking what you're thinking? Food from America and Canada is mostly banned in every country in the world. So Spartan, you should know why it is. Can't escape the feds. Hey, how you doing? Oh, hey, what's up, Shadow? Good to see you, man. Been a long time. I'm so busy these days. I have to go now. Take care of yourself. Bye. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Shadow. But hey, thanks for stopping by, man. Take care and good luck. Good luck, man. Saki went ahead, just straight up said it out. Yikes. Welcome and bye, Shadow. Sorry, I'm gonna lose like 20.5 pounds over the next few weeks. Jeez. I think, well, that is one nice thing about being part of the EU is they seem to take well-being there actually seriously. And now, unfortunately, every now and then they'll like pass out laws or policies or anything, stuff like that, that have been thought out, but not really thought out just yet. Like, okay, like here's an example. Like over here in the Philippines, when Duterte became president a couple years back, he changed the way taxes here worked, and he made it so that anyone earning wages under 25,000 pesos would just have zero taxes. They would pay zero taxes, and then people paying 25K and above would start paying taxes, and then taxes would get much higher, like the higher your income is. And it sounds great, right? Like on the surface, yes. But then like once you play it out, like let's say if you're, if this is like reality simulator, like real life economy simulator, on the surface, hey, I think my people in the simulator are going to be happier because the people earning less are gonna pay less taxes, and the people earning more that that can afford to pay taxes are gonna pay taxes. And that includes like all the corporations and stuff, right? Because like the rich people, they own all the businesses, they own all the corporations and stuff like that. They own all the corporations that provide necessities, the farming, what else? The consumer goods, basically everything that all those people like earning minimum wage buy and need in everyday life. But what they didn't think about was, because rich people are earning less now, because now they have to pay more taxes, now they have to bump up prices in order to go back to how much they were earning before. And not only because they just want to keep earning how much they were earning before, but also because their lifestyles, their businesses, were already, like their books were already balanced to that amount of income. their expenses to their liabilities, you know, like their books, right? And all of a sudden, now their expenses are all of a sudden higher because of the higher taxes. Now their books aren't balanced. Now they have to figure out a way to balance it, and you know, I hardly think any one of them is gonna say, you know what, I'm just gonna reduce my own salary to myself, you know, just to keep the company stable, and so I wouldn't have to charge customers more, and I wouldn't have to pay my employees less. No, nobody in their right mind is gonna do that. At least nobody, you know, at that, nobody at that financial status. No, they're gonna charge customers more, and then what ended up happening was people started earning more, but they also ended up spending more. So it just the problem there too is all the people that weren't paying taxes. Okay, right, sure. Like I get it. You can argue that, well, you know, it's their fault for not paying taxes, but then like they weren't paying taxes, like, because, well, everyone does this, and like not everyone, like every person, but like everyone, like in every country in the world does this. They always try to find a way to pay as little taxes as possible, or even no taxes. Like, for example, there are like a bunch of call centers here in the Philippines that will basically pay you minimum wage as your official salary, but in your contract also include like an allowance that is like double your minimum wage salary, just, you know, because an allowance is non-taxable. Only the salary is taxable. So for those people who are already paying very little to no taxes, they didn't end up earning more in the end. And because of what happened, the rich people jacked up prices. Now they're earning, now they have to spend more despite not earning more. But yeah, so that's the I guess pro and a con of being in the EU is like their leaders and like their whole like coalition thing, like the EU itself, seem to generally be on the consumer side, like on the average person side. But all the changes that they make are sometimes not very well thought out yet. Like, especially because they're things that have to be thought out really well, because they affect like very long term things. And I mean, like if you think about it, I think they forced Apple to switch to USB-C. That's right. Isn't that a good thing? And it's always the EU that's like fighting against big tech, like taking your personal data and like stuff like that. Minimum wages are a scam, and so are taxes. Now we are going to see RJ. Do not read it, RJ. Now we're going to see RJ ignore the piece as hard as he can. Well, I mean, you guys got me rambling. It's all about government money, right? Like, I mean, the idea of what's the word? The idea of taxes, and let's use the example of a democracy, for example. The idea of democracy and paying taxes for your country. The idea is noble. Like, the idea is good, right? Like, if you think about it, let's say you're, you know, like, try and imagine humanity, human civilization from I don't know, 10,000 years ago. And you all decided that, okay, we'd be safer if we all lived together in a single community because we could go hunting larger animals together, and larger animals means more food for everyone. And the chances of failing to hunt for food for winter are lower. And the chances of actually getting something for winter are higher, and we could help each other out, build each other's homes, and stuff like that, right? So we decided that, okay, living together in communities was practically more advantageous. Okay, at some point, small argument breaks out. Hey, I thought this was my land. Like, I thought this was a spot for me to build my house. And then, like, there's a disagreement now, and then an argument. Now, you could, the two of you could just kill each other over it. But then, like, that dude's children, when they grow up, they'll remember you. Right? And then, like, there you go. Community destroyed. Minimum wages only hurt the average person. Higher wages or not, and taxes, at least in Canada, is spent on useless projects. Politician salaries 90% of the time. Anyway, got a bus to catch. Cheers. Oh, okay. Hey, enjoy your time over there, man. Your eyes are going to be like, you are going to have 20/20 vision by the time you get back from your trip, man. You seem to you seem to have landed on another planet that seemed to be very healthy for your eyes. So yeah, take care of yourself, man. Thanks for hanging out with us for a bit. Also, hello, Mighty. What's up, man? Really good to hear that on Sunday morning, 30-minute break before work. Somebody rambling about taxes. While waifus and husbandos duke it out in the background in an anime aesthetic video game. I won't get political, I swear. Also, bro, after 2 glasses. Apple also got sued in the USA. Wait, I think I heard something about that. What was that again? I remember hearing about that. Was it like? Oh no, wait. This wasn't too long ago, right? Like, this was kind of recently. What was it, man? I forgot. How did I forget this? Reading the experience for Android users by not adding RCS messages. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that. Wait, that was some time back. I feel like there was something else recently. Or was it Microsoft? Man, I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore about these big tech companies. Like, they just seem to, despite getting sued and like getting threatened with being broken apart by the government, they just can't seem to stop themselves. They just can't keep themselves from ruining everyone's fun and just being jerks. Hi. Oh, hey, what's up, Vixen? How you doing, man? You're Onoko, right? Is that you, Onoko? Never upgrade an artifact if it doesn't have double crit minimum. It makes it for me, but have high standards now. That's true. That's true. Nowadays, like I don't know anymore about artifacts. Like sometimes I don't look for like double crit because like especially in the past maybe 1-ish years, we've had a lot of characters that scale off of defense, scale off of HP, off EM, right? Like and have like double scaling or dual scaling or like they scale off of multiple stats or something like that, right? So and even a character like Xiangling, while benefits a lot from having a lot of crit rate and crit damage from your substats, she benefits regardless from a lot of different stats: attack percent, energy recharge, elemental mastery, crit rate, crit damage, right? So like even if you have a very low CV artifact on Xiangling, but if it has a lot of EM, a lot of attack percent, a lot of ER, then you still make her do bigger damage. Of course, though, you still do have to meet at least the minimum amount of energy recharge on her, minimum amount of crit rate, crit damage, to at least crit and take advantage of that crit damage stat that you have. But yeah, like it's not like the other stats are useless. Off heroes. Oh, okay. Sorry, Vixen. Yeah, there are two of you that are that are frequently. I don't know if Onoko changes names or if he's just using different YouTube accounts, but like there are two of you that have different names every single time. Yeah, how you doing, man? You know, I've been kind of confused lately. So I've been getting really annoyed by like my artifacts being full all the time. But I know it's time for me to strongbox. But I don't know what I want to strongbox because I heard here's my other one. Jesus. Okay. I heard that for Thundering Fury is pretty good on Clorinde. But there are also a couple other artifact sets that I want to strongbox for. Like for example, my Bennett, for example. I want to have a 4 Noblesse set that has enough energy recharge that allows me to enough energy recharge that allows me to get to let's say 250 ER while having Aquila on. And what else? What else did I want? I can't remember. I feel like there was another set that I wanted. Oh yeah, that's right. Like I also want to have a good hybrid 4VV set for my Kazuha. So there's like a couple of sets that I want a strongbox for, and now I'm confused, like because at this point I'm not even sure if I have enough to get both Alhaitham and Clorinde in 4.7. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I gotta go do dailies on the other account, so I'll be right back. Strongbox emblem can never have enough emblem. I guess so. Oh, that's another thing too. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. Like, and if not for VV, and if not for Noblesse, then yes, absolutely emblem. Imagine having your artifact inventory full. I don't farm enough for that. Okay. New set, OP on her. New set. Which set? Oh, the... Really? Have the 4-star 620 attack one on Bennett. 250 ER. 4-star 620 attack. Ali Flash. Yeah, Ali Flash. That's a pretty good weapon too, yeah. TF first. What's up, Nashity? Do you know something we don't know? Oh man, I kind of want to do this today. Let's see. Do I have time? Yeah, I think I have time. I strongbox every time I farm. I don't know how people hoard. Well, when you are just tired of... When you're just tired of being disappointed by the RNG system, then yeah, that's how I hoard, at least. I don't know how other people do it, but that's how I do it. I dreamt of Clorinde having... Oh, you dreamt. Okay, you had... That's a very nice dream. Having Thundering Fury as her best set. That is generally what most people's dreams nowadays are. A lot of people are dreaming that Clorinde's best set is 4 TF. You see my last message? I actually believe it. Last message. Let's see. What was it? Oh, I just dreamed about something. I thought it was real. New patch, new billet. Well, only use 2 balls to hydro pump. I was so excited. I already thought about new strategy. Alright, I think I get what you mean, man. It's one of those dreams. Yeah, that feels so real that you're actually excited about it. That's funny. I've never had dreams like that for when it oh, I remember having a dream similar to that, but I think that was the only time. It was me getting C6 Ganyu. Yeah, it was me getting C6 Ganyu, but it was like 2 patches before I actually got her. Or no, it was like the patch before. Yeah, it was the patch before. And I was just so excited. I was like, oh yes, finally gonna get C6 Ganyu. And then like I woke up, and then I woke up and then I sat in front of my computer and then I remembered, oh wait, didn't I dream I got a C6 Ganyu? And I was like, no, okay, I guess that was a dream. I once dreamt of... Oh wait. Okay. I just dreamt of Yelan in a way. In what way? I was desperate after losing 2 50/50s on our banner. Ooh, yikes. Yep. That's, man. At that point, that's probably gotta be nightmares. I got like many dreams like that. The oldest I remember was playing Kratos in Dark Souls. Kratos in Dark Souls. Not bad. Sounds like a pretty interesting dream. Or a modder. You know, we don't have to go all the way to drugs immediately. It could just be a modder. It's illegal to have this dream too real. Big disappointment.
犯人の名前。
何？
16歳。
いや、
随分。
そうだ。
はあ、
犯人の
話してくる。
はい。浦香がさ
シティの。
そこは
そう。
先生が浦香はこう。そして
裏か。
噂という
アラブ。
ジュライセン様。先生。
で、
クロレインは
シティのばあさん。まったくり。裏かは傷つけられ。
先生。
ああ、教令員をし。じゃが。
あ、浦香の家の。
証拠品両親には。
Oh, speaking of oh man, okay, I'm not happy that I'm going back to that topic, but I forgot earlier. I was thinking about like bringing it up while we were talking about what Spartan said about minimum wage and taxes being a scam. I recently started watching Gotham, you know, like the TV show Gotham, and Gotham, like the TV show, I like it. It's pretty good. Like, it's not it strikes a pretty good balance of like good enough that I want to keep watching it, but not so good that I can't stop watching it. But it's a really good example of well, okay, I know that it's a little fantasized. I know that it's a little fantasized. It's not exactly, it doesn't exactly happen exactly that way. Like, I know that maybe in some parts of the world it happens that way, but not exactly like that. Then there's a little bit less drama and a little more just, okay, I won't benefit anymore from you. You have nothing to offer to offer me anymore, and you're just a liability. So okay, you're dead, right? Like, it's a lot more like blunt like that in reality. But when yeah, it just reminded me of that. Like, it just reminded me of that taxes. So taxes, they don't. Sure, they do go towards like police salaries, military, the national government, you know, stuff like that, right? As well as like some government projects, like they're not even projects, like some government, like basically the job of the government to well, to maintain roads, to maintain the sewers, you know, stuff like that, right? But just the bare minimum, and especially here in the Philippines, it takes forever. Like, yeah, actually forever. To fix, like, let's say there's been a giant pothole in front of, on the street, in front of your house, since you were a kid, and now you're a working adult in your 30s, the giant pothole is still there. And you hate that pothole so much, because, like, when a car passes by and you're, like, you know, you're trying to get a taxi, trying to catch a cab, and a car drives by and splashes you with water, and that pothole is just never gonna get fixed. And finally, you're 35 years old. It does get fixed, but it's also like they didn't really like redo the road. They just dumped some dirt on it and some rocks and then called it a day. Meanwhile, on some major roads, like, you see the concrete road still looks perfectly fine. They break it apart so that they could tear it up and then build a new road. Just remembered one even older. I was 8. I was in first person. I'd been 10. Had Ben's 10 Omnitrix, and I was trying to fight Zelda's moon. What is? Oh man, some wild imagination you got, man. Jeez. Ben 10 and Zelda, that's some chaos right there. Hey, what's up, Bozan? How you doing, man? I can dream 8 different games at once, mixing 5 places on Earth with my home, and still say, oh, it's a normal day. Gotta fill the pockets, man. And the thing too is, governments, no, not governments, but like government leaders do this stuff because, and so okay, oh man, I just remembered like this thing that my son had in their it's a Tagalog subject. They called it Arling Panlipunan, and basically what it is like it's a subject for Filipino culture is what it is. And one of the topics that they had for 2 quarters straight was something related to government projects or community projects. And so the idea of it is that a community or let's say you don't live in a small town, you live in a large city, then that would be likely a city-wide project, right? Or the mayor's project, whatever, the governor. Let's say it's just to fix a road or to clean the streets. And the way that they described it, which is, and it's actually correct. Yeah, it is very correct. That's exactly how it works. Is let's say the city or the town or the town wants to clean up the streets. What happens is the community, let's say it's a small town. What ends up happening is like you end up having people in your community like volunteers, right? Like maybe one from each household, stuff like that, volunteer to clean up the streets, and then doesn't mention anything about your town leader taking all the credit for it. Alright, I'm gone. See ya. Alright. Hey, thanks for stopping by to hang out with us for a bit, Mighty. Take care, man. Right? It doesn't, in the book, doesn't talk about their leaders taking all the credit for it. Let's say the project is to the project is to make this dirt road into concrete. So once they finally somehow manage to get a budget approved for it, a portion of that budget gets siphoned off to whoever that money went through. Like a huge chunk of it gets siphoned off to whoever, that money went through and got approved by. And what you have left now is a tiny portion of your original budget that you requested for. And a small portion of that budget, you, the small town leader, also siphon it off to, well, yourself, as well as spend it on building like a little monument that includes your name. Project by this dude. And then what you ended up doing was just making a road for 1 block. It doesn't even include the intersection. It's just 1 block. 1 straightaway. Like, I don't know, maybe 30 meters long. And that's it. Like, that's all that happened. And then that stays that way for the next 30 years. This year in the state I lived in started giving like 6 notebooks for free every year in high school with their face and deeds printed in them. Talk about propaganda. Exactly. That's exactly what happens. Like, they just will never ever do stuff without making sure that they are credited for it. And I think I started the topic a little earlier, like going back, like using an example from like human society from like 10,000 years ago. I never really got to finishing it, but So yeah, the idea of democracy and paying for taxes and human civilization today is it's cool and no, not cool. It's practical and like it makes sense because at some point your community is gonna get so big that you're gonna have to assign someone or some people to handle the job of making sure that rules are followed, penalties are assigned to people who break the rules, because you guys decided on rules like, okay, we should not kill each other because over an argument over like a small piece of land. Okay, so now you also have to assign people to enforce those rules that you guys set up. So now you have a police force. Now you also have to find a way to make sure that because these people are doing this job, now they can't go hunting for their families. So now you, the community, have to contribute like your assets, contribute your resources to pay for these guys, to make sure that these guys can continue doing their job. And okay, voila, taxes are born. And okay, back then it would be like the king or an emperor or whoever, a supreme leader, whatever they're called in different places. And nowadays it's the president that would get to decide where all this money comes from. Like they would handle well, it didn't used to be money. I'm sure back then it probably used to be goods like food and water, stuff like that. But at some point it became money. And now they are prioritizing certain things, and very often it is something that benefits. Let's say they have two choices, like on what to use the money for. One thing benefits people, and one thing benefits people and themselves. So of course they're gonna choose to benefit people and themselves, because like people are already benefiting. They might as well benefit from it too. Right? And then at some point that keeps happening and happening and happening until at some point the excuse of for the greater good starts to come out. We're doing this for the greater good. The biggest propaganda is to get the powers CM made a scandal with a different party, framed them, kicked out of the state, saying he was destroying it. Yeah, right. Like it's exactly like what the royals used to do a long time ago. People believed her, even got her face and scandal printed the way showed everyone history book of classics. And yeah, it's like, while sure many countries nowadays are a democracy, but it certainly doesn't feel that way. It certainly does not feel that way. It feels very much like it's not a democracy. Instead, it just feels like we're still back then, like in medieval times.
みんな、30人団から返事が届いたぞ。
先生、この人が。
ああ、別々の30人教令員を理解して。
先生。
助けは本当か。これから私ティナリはさ。
カーベ。そこまで。
では皆の者。
So I've been reading and rereading this fan fiction this fanfiction writer's work for, I don't know, maybe a good chunk of a year now, maybe 2 years, I think, at this point. And so his fanfiction started from Danmachi, and then at some point, like, but his main character, his MC, isn't the MC of each respective anime, because like his his fanfiction at this point isn't it isn't Danmachi anymore. Like he had his own MC, get isekai'd into Danmachi, and then got isekai'd into High School DxD, and then back to Danmachi, and then now is in, what's the word, Rising of the Shield Hero. RJ's fan fictions? No, I've been reading them for a while. But yeah, they're pretty cool. But I'm very picky. Yeah, I'm still very picky about it. And, man, if those are not two of the most attractive women you've ever seen, I don't know what you are. I mean, that's, you know, that's some fan fiction I'd love to read right there. I hope RJ doesn't find those shipping fan fictions. No, I mean, like, well, the reason why I even got started on fan fiction was I wanted to see like a fan fiction that was sort of realistic. I don't know if the word realistic is right, but like that was true to the characters and the way they're characterized in the original work, but also put Bell, like in Danmachi, Bell, what was his name, Cranel, Bell Cranel and Ryu Lion together, and like I found one, and then, you know, he had some trouble, but yeah, I found one and it was okay. Like it was a little bit out there, but it was a little bit out there. It wasn't as close to the original work as I hoped it would be, but it was okay. And then I stumbled on this guy's fanfiction, and it, like, man, the dude can write, like, really, actually, really well. And I love the way his I love his humor as well. It's like, how do I explain it? Like, he's good with action, but at the same time he's also good with there's just no drama. Is just one badass MC, not like the most OP MC, but just badass MC who just knows what they're doing and is very practical about stuff, and also with a bit of humor every now and then, but not like not like what was that anime? What anime is Megumin from again? What is that called again? Keep forgetting the name of the anime. Konosuba, yeah. It's not like Konosuba where it's basically like Konosuba. Does it even have a story? I don't think Konosuba has a story. I tried watching it a little bit, like a couple of years ago, and then I watched like maybe 1 or 2 episodes, and I just stopped and like didn't even, like, I just had zero interest in continuing to watch it, and then I forgot why I stopped watching it, and then I tried watching it again like a month ago, and I watched like maybe 5-6 episodes, and then I remembered why I didn't want to watch it. It just and it's not a bad anime. There's nothing wrong with it, but it is just basically comedy with no story whatsoever. It's like every episode they have like one comedian write a gag for them, and then they start there and then like come up with an episode for that one gag. Yeah, it's not a bad anime. It's just that there's just no story to follow. There's no story to follow, and like it's just nothing makes sense.
そこの人
Yeah, like I guess I'm just not into that type of anime.
あ他人に
Like I like the anime that I like the type of anime, and not just anime itself, but also like media in general that sort of makes sense, that has a story. You know, like, as far as magic makes sense, right? But like, what was? Oh man, I recently watched an anime that I sort of was not very happy about. I liked it, like I liked the story, I liked the characterization, the character design, etc. But I just didn't like how inconsistent the power scaling was. Hang on, let me see. I remember writing down the name of
ちょ
the
っと下がっ
anime
て
somewhere. Was it Freeren? No, I don't think it was Freeren.
こんな規模の建物が
I think it was
こん
Freeren.
なところにあるなんて。
しかも隠されているとはキング・デシェレトの技術か
I'm not sure actually.
いや
I actually don't remember now. I think it was Sakunosuba. Oh,
ここは沈
Overlord?
黙の伝
I think it was Overlord.
お前は沈黙の伝の人間か焦らないでまだおしゃべりの時間じゃないよ
Oh. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. Let's see. No, not this, not this. I think it was Freeren. I'm not sure. But I recently watched an anime that I've known about for a while, and then like, I was happy with the story. I liked it, etc. But I just didn't think that the power scaling made sense. Like one moment, this character is the strongest, and then like in the next episode, he's like, for some reason he's surprised by something, but by a power feat. He's surprised and impressed by a power feat that's way below the power feat that he just did last episode.
こいつってもしかして
どうしたの先生のことを考えて
I'm sorry, Nashidi. Yeah, it's just like
そいつは
I only remember the feeling I got from it. I don't remember anything. I don't remember the story. I just remember like I'm a very feelings kind of guy. I remember feelings very clearly, but I don't remember what I don't always remember what makes me feel those feelings. Too many of those types of anime, right? There are so many of those types of anime where they just... No, it wasn't Freeren. What was it? Maybe... Okay, so I might have not even... I might have just straight up didn't like the anime, I think. That's why I didn't have it listed down on my little notepad here of anime.
さてここで
Yeah,
待ってて
yeah, I think
ここ
so.
の狩猟に君たちが
Because
沈黙の伝につい
typically,
たことを報告して
especially
く
if
る
an
よ
anime is still ongoing...
彼が顔を出してくれるまで君たち
Hang
は
on,
どうか
let
こ
me
こ
see.
で
Maybe
静か
I
に待っていてく
misplaced
れ
their names because like I have a giant notepad here.
オイラたちを置いていっちゃ
Mushoku
ったぞ
Tensei, no, it's not that. Mushoku Tensei's power scaling is pretty good.
彼らがオアシスにいたのは偶然じゃない。
Reren,
あれは明らかに僕たちを待っていた。
Overlord.
どうやらその狩猟とやらは
No, Overlord's
僕
power
たちが来る
scaling
のを
makes
待ち
sense.
望んでいたらしい。
ここが沈黙の点ウリンを離れた後奴らはこんな場所に隠れていたのか
Maybe I misplaced something. Hang on.
さっきのやつがまた出てきたぞ
焦らないでもう少ししたら狩猟
No,
も来るか
I
ら
don't know. I think I'm pretty sure I just didn't even bother writing it down. Yeah,
おっとごめん僕は瀬戸
自由行動。
そうだよ
but yeah,
なぜ
like
な
I
ら
just didn't
こいつ
like
の
it.
言う
Like I was just taken out of it because of the inconsistency.
セタス
ああいいよでも本当は
僕に聞きたいことがあるんだろ？よくってわけじゃないよ。普通の人間ならまずここに入れない。沈黙の伝とはそう。
まさか
これって
奴らには。
お、来た。
I bet you'll remember it one day and be like, yeah, it was this one. Exactly. I remember, what was his name? There was a Viner. Like, what did we even call those content creators back then? Like, the people who made videos on Vine. Did we call them Viners? I don't know. I don't remember anyone ever coining that term. I remember someone. It was a. Alright, they gotta go enough. Not enough internet? Alright. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us for a bit, man. Yeah, take care, Nash. Have a good one.
Sensei.
手荒なまね。おっと、ジュライセン。帰れ、セノ。
事件を書く。
人は生きて。
セノと一緒。
秘密が。おじけず、我々のお主は脅迫状を見た瞬間。浦家の背後にいるのがわしらだと気づいた。脅迫された理由、ジュライセン。お主は昔、わしがこう言ったのを覚えているはずだ。狩猟として、お主が去ることを許そう。だが、いつか必ず黄砂がお主の影を覆う日が来る。
ヘルマヌビ。
もしかして
先生。
バムーンのもう何年も前のことだ。砂漠で遭難しかけたところをこやつに助けてもらう。あれは秘密に故に沈黙のそして長年法人を当初のただそう考えていると罰令と信仰だが結局あの時はお主が
なるほど
君から罰令を十数年借りていただけじゃが親愛お主と
この力
ヘルマンヌビス様の信者としてその力がウリンをさまようのをずっと野放しにしてきた。だが天意に選ばれし者にその所有物を返せといや確かに
それが
この卑劣な行為はわし
察するに
神の力セトスは成長した
理屈から
バムーの言葉
あ
あすまないがもしセノが力を変えきっと君はこちらを待
て必要なものは全てヘルマンヌビス様が与えてくださるもしかすると今日こそ
いきなりひどい
バムーン
狩猟を寝室まで送ってやってくれ
セトス
じいちゃん回りくどいの当時でも僕はじいちゃんけど僕はそうだから
今の今日全てが
じいちゃんを裏切ってなかった
ティナリがさお前といろいろ言っては
どう
俺は先生
ああいいよおっとそうだ
彼と交渉するな
しばらくかよく考えて先生は
僕もどう
ああ沈黙ので加えて急に子供の頃の俺は頭の中に強い意志が存在することしか理解していなかったこの精神に伝わる力こそ奴らが信仰しているものなのかもしれない
あいつの脅しに
ああ正面からどう
そういえばあとカーベが砂漠で仕事中に聞いた話によると部族のだから相手の土俵に立っ
俺も同じことを考え、機戦を制して。
うん。
待たせたな。
考えはまとまった？
その前に。
ああ。
いや。
そう。静かにね。
外でバムーンは深い昏睡状態にあって、若い頃に残念ながら。
とっくにし。
お前はバムーンの継承者だろ。条件を言い。
そうだ。
実を言うと、
しかも
君の言うとセノ、ヘルマヌビスがその人たち
理にかなって。
君もヘルマ
3対3。
ただジュライセンが
望むところ。もし俺が勝ったら沈黙のお前が勝った。
ああ。
ここまで
今更だ。
勝たないとね。
そうだな。
ライマハマト。そうだな。
おう、その息だ。
うん。
俺もだ。砂漠の文明は非常に古いもので、様々な心の病は全ての根源だ。バムーンが気にしているのはそれだけじゃない気がする。全ては
知恵の頂点。これは際。そして
ちーちゃん来てくれたか。自分が何。
対して強霊院陣営は
準備は万。
それではここでは来る者も去る者も問わず。
僕も同意見だ。旅人は強い。
なら、
うん。
こっちは決まった。
こっちもいいよ。
第一線の戦士、前へ。
焦るなよ。安全第一だからな。おい、そこの嫌なやつ。あいつを怪我させた。
あっちの観戦席ちょっと騒がしいね。
ほっとけ。
第一戦は早くも終わり、続いて2戦目の選手の登場です。準備ができ。
始めよう。
気をつけろ。うまくかわせ。試合前に水分を補給していた。多分大丈夫だろう。
よっ。一応目を覆えば。試練満員だよ。
第2戦終了。
準備はできてる。
僕もだ。
これがこたびの儀式の準備がで
僕は長きにわたり我ら沈黙の伝はヘルマヌビス今僕は
俺は大マハマトラ。お前はどうだ？まだ口にしていない言葉があるだろう。崇高なる血統。
誰もがじいちゃんは聡明な。僕たちは時代は君のヘルマヌビス多分
俺は戦士、
君も僕もヘルマヌビスの器だけど完全にそうという君ならきっと僕の質問に答えられるだろう。さあ
これが全力か。答えを知ろうとしていたはずだが。勝負はついた。まだやるか。
君の勝ちだ。
もう答えは見つかったようだな。
栄光を君に託すよ。
あの輝きは我らが孫子祭司の頂点ヘルマヌビス様だ。あの来光こそかの化身であり意志そのもの。あの方はもともとティナルの勇士、砂漠より現れ神王アフマルに仕えた。神王の逝去後ヘルマンヌビス様は信者たちを連れ長年祭司を務めたティナル人とトゥライトゥーラに沈黙の殿を設立した。それが我々の始まり。その役目はキング・デシレト文明が残した知識を守り管理することだった。100から100数十年後砂漠で動乱が起きた。砂漠の王たちが次々と戦を始め、わずかに残された文明も戦火によって滅んだ。知恵の国トゥライトゥーラだけがティナル人の導きのもと災禍を免れた。だがそれもつかの間、獣たちはキング・デシレトの知識が隠れるトゥライトゥーラを狙った。ジュラバドの王は軍勢をもって包囲し、その意向を示すため死者たちに沈黙の殿の支配権を差し出すよう命じた。 都の貴族は覇者と結託し、沈黙の殿を裏切る形で自身の統治を守った。そしてこう弁明した。沈黙の殿が持つ知識こそ汚染の根源だと。一時沈黙の殿は孤立無縁に陥った。我らが孫子はキング・デジェレトの知識にあった汚染の拡散を防ごうと党に力を使い果たしておった。あの方は沈黙の殿を存続させるため、その身を砕き、力を継承する義により人に憑依した。沈黙の殿が覇者の軍を退けたのもこの力のおかげだ。しかしわしらが英雄扱いされることはなかった。未知の力を砂漠の民は畏怖し、のけ者にしたのだ。やがて沈黙の殿の者はトゥライトゥーラのティナル人と共に砂漠を離れウリンに入った。その後は想像に難くないだろう。トゥライトゥーラの貴族は滅ぼされ、戦火は砂漠を焼き尽くした。そしてわしらは秘密と使命を背負い、身を隠して流浪するようになった。裏切られたわしらは砂漠からウリンへ向かったが、不信感から砂漠へと再び戻った。長い出来事だ。しかし今日、沈黙の殿はヘルマヌビス様の輝きを再び目にできた。礼を言おう。
Man, I still can't get over how cool Egyptian music is, man. It just reminds me so much of the Mummy series of movies. Man, what a good part of my life. Also, Fable. I haven't heard of Fable, but I've seen Kaiju number 8. Yeah, it's pretty good. Kaiju number 8's not bad. What is Fable about?
Sethos.
ありがとう。
覚悟はし
ああ、しーちゃんが
これから
じいちゃんの意志。
それが無理だとそう言われる。セトス、もし俺たち
君は。
あ
けど
あ、とにかくセトス、
でもそれじゃ。
そんなことはこの意味は実はそうすればお前が勝て、俺が勝って神の導そうすれば。
大マハマトラはそんな細かなところまで確かに君の背の沈黙のでもそうだ。ティナリ伝記によるとその後トゥライトゥーラをもしかしたら。
なるほど。
悪くないな。
そういえば
従来戦は
全てが
さあ
歴史のこのことはお前も落ち着いた
A
ら
hitman
協
that has
力
to
す
live
る
a
な。
normal life for a
そ
year.
れじゃ。
No, it doesn't ring any bells. I don't think I've heard of it at all. But yeah, I'll look into it. Thanks, man.
いいさ。
Oh man, I sort of regret doing this quest today now. Now I actually feel sleepy, even before I actually did
なるの
Abyss.
先生ジュライセンを嬉しそうに怒っているな
先生が
先生の前回
そうだこれから
Why
みん
does
なに
Tainari's
それが
Japanese voice sound like a woman?
見つけたおい
戻ってきたほーいちょうどいいところに来たな
もう解決
そこはもうトラブルにあ
今はファルザン先輩に
あ
わしがこのことを言うのは初めてじゃないぞもっと他人を頼れわかったかでないと
これ早く何とかしてくれ
ファルさん先輩まずは何
Sleeper waifu alongside baby girl.
よしよしこの
You know, not a lot of people talk about Farzan. Like,
これコップ
yeah, if you're referring to Farzan, then yeah, I actually completely agree with you. Not a lot of people talk about her. Her design looks really good.
は水を飲むのを忘れないようにって意味なんだ
コップはカフェに集合するという意味
なるほど
あと2人だ俺の見間違いじゃないよな
使い終わった資料
急ぐ必
今回は
あ
なるほどしかもそんなに
いずれその日今回の例として
なら
あ
そこでこいつがブワーッと飛びかかってそれからティナリもすっごく強かったぜ3戦とも全部うわ
なかなかいい
なんだとはおいらちゃんと話せてただろまずブワーッと飛びかかってシュッ
3戦とも勝った上に狩猟の座も譲る
当然だ
今回は僕も
そうだなかなり壮観だったぞしかも
パイモン
さて家に帰る前にそうだなじゃあ
Are you gonna stream your
僕が
Clorinde
お先に
pulls?
失礼するよ
Probably. It's gonna be this week, right?
30人団のところにお礼を言いに行かなきゃそれとナフィスさんが教令員の仕事の流れ
これいは
みんなだんだん
I'm not sure. Maybe I can try to reschedule. Yeah, I have work on that day,
大体見
but
当がつくけど
I'll probably reschedule it.
は
I hope I can at least. Let's see. Is it this Wednesday? Yes, it is. It is this Wednesday. May the RNG gods bless you. You know, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. But,
手を貸そうか
I'm not really expecting anything.
悪くないだろ
I got screwed
め
lately
ちゃくちゃ高くて
on the Nivelet banners, and, so yeah, I'm not... It's still pretty fresh.
振り返ってみてくれ
The wounds are still pretty fresh, man.
ここは俺の秘密基地でな。学生時代、昔の俺もセトスと同じような疑問を天から授かったものが。
君たちまるで兄弟みたいだよね。
ああ、当然だ。
昔ここでおしゃべりしながら宿題をしてたら。
あの一回きりだ。今はありえない。手を滑ら。
懐かしいね。
そんな
その辺先生だ。お前らはここ。
いってらっしゃい。
それ。
これは
Started to lower expectations, so it would not hurt
Sensei.
a lot, I guess. Yeah,
何
well,
一人
at
で
least,
ブツブツ
you
言
know,
ってる
some
んだ
people don't prefer that.
ああ、せのか。ちょうどいいところに来た。古いノートから何が見つかったと思う。
昔の写真。
That is just what I
さ
prefer.
っきナフィスと協力。時間が経つのは早い。写真の中の。
写真の中。この写真。
ああ、確かそうじゃったな。こんな
それとこ
っそり撮ったんじゃろ。
先生。
I prefer to fly lower, where in case I fall, it won't be too far of a fall.
いざこういう時になると、わしは決して
Down
善人ではない。
Fly higher
バムーンが
and
わしのことを
get
恨
to
むのも
experience the
当然じ
excitement
ゃ
of
ろ。
flying higher,
何バカ
but
な。
also
砂漠を
make
離れ
it
てか
so
ら
that falling
わし
hurts
は
a lot
何度も
more.
夢だ。あれはほんせの。君はここ数年で随分と成長。
俺の先生であることを考慮して余計なことまで口走ってるのは。
そう言いながら全部口に出すとるではないか。まったくこのジジイをいじめるとはどこが。まったもう一枚写真が残っとるな。
これも
こう見ると
先生も
君と。
そう言わない。
なあセノ。
あ
よし、なら予定に書いておこう。おっと、来週はトマト栽培の対決じゃったな。
あ、もっとは。
That it? Alright, thank you very much. Finally over. got an hour. I got an hour before next daily server reset happens.
無事今日の
Before then, gotta do daily commissions on the third account and use up resin on this account. Yeah, how about you, Chokoshu? Who are you wishing for at 4.7? I have zero funds because of father. Alright, I guess, well, at the very least, you got a good character in return. So, how is Arlecchino, by the way? Do you have her at C0 with no weapon? Or did you get her weapon or C1 or what? D0 R1. Ah, okay, okay. Oh, the weapon does pretty good, does quite a bit for her. So I'm sure he's pretty happy. I forget what C1 does, but I think one of the biggest ones is that it's a damage boost as well as interruption to resistance, right? So it's a little bit like C1 Nivelette, where it's it's not a direct damage boost, but it is more like a situational damage boost, and it's guaranteed like resistance to interruption, I think. I'm not sure. I keep forgetting. It's pretty hard Nibis, even though I use Monopyro like 90 to 100k. Wow, jeez. And the nice thing about that too is like you don't feel like you have to go for Vape and Melt Team, because while she does gain a bit of damage from doing that, but she doesn't gain that much damage from it. So that replacing one or two characters in your team to make Vape or Melt possible, it doesn't feel like it's worth replacing that character. Still don't have a set for Alhaitham. I wonder how Arlecchino feels like at C0 with the catch, because I have a very my friend's account, which I use quite often, right? Like I use it every day to do dailies and stuff. My perception of the characters on that account is like really. It's definitely not from a free-to-play's perspective. While it's not a whale. It's not well, it is a whale. But it's not like a giga whale that with R5 C6 everything all the time. But it has C1 and R1 of many characters. And some characters, typically it's often the Archons, have like C6, like C6 Nida, C6 Furina. Like Arlecchino, there's C1 R1, and like I don't know, like it might as well be like a whale. So I can't say if that's gonna be my experience if I also got Arlecchino, which is likely going to be at R like, well, no weapon with just the white tassel at C0. Anyway, who are you gonna try to pull for, Chokoshu? Or are you just gonna skip? Do you already have Alhaitham or and Furina? Have Ali? Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good. At least, you know, like, you only have to go for one character in 4.7. I imagine you probably also already have Furina. .7 banners are cracked. Have the... Oh no, I guess the banners haven't been released yet, so we don't know the 4 stars yet. Skip? Oh, alright. So what's up with Sigewinne? I don't hear anyone talking about Sigewinne at all. It's just Clorinde this, Clorinde that. But also, I don't hear that much hype for Clorinde either. Like, at least not as much as, like, other characters. Like, Arlecchino had more hype before her release than Clorinde does. You're talking about how cute she is? Alright. Well, she is. I'd rather pick a Komi if I had a chance. I think... I mean, I don't remember exactly what her kit does, but like, all I remember is feeling like, okay, that's not useful. That's sort of the majority of what I remember about her kit. Think is the feeling I got from listening to it. And yeah, I think you're right. Like if I had to use up Primos and I had to pick between 2 Hydro healers, I think I'd go with Kokomi instead. I think Kokomi is a bit more versatile than her. Oops. Wrong way. Whoops. I got a feeling that Abyss today is not going to be my cup of tea. My ping... Okay, switching feels okay, but it feels like randomly there's a delay. A bit inconsistent, but... and I'm not sure.
接近
借りなくとき
歌え僕の山本に来たじゃん師匠この仕事は排除するべきですね召喚化粧お触り禁止
My 5 stars is C0 R1 except Zhongli. Zhongli, only C0. Raiden C2 R1, Hu Tao C1 R1. Darn, dude. You invest. You've invested quite a lot. I hardly ever go on weapon banners, and like I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because while weapons don't necessarily give a different gameplay of characters, but they change gameplay of certain characters a little bit. Like for example, let's see. Okay, Zhenyun's right. Like so, Zhenyun's regenerates energy for her, as well as further increases the buff. I don't remember exactly what kind of buff it gives, but it further increases the buff. Nivelette's weapon regenerates energy for him, and it makes him deal a lot more damage. And while it may not be a different way to play him, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna feel very different when your enemies die and they don't die. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm starting to feel like hyper investing into specific characters was a mistake. And I think I should have gone for like, you know, relevant constellations like C1 or C2 and the weapons instead. Alright, we can finally start doing Abyss. I'm getting on the main account first. The Abyssal Blessing this time seems to be really good for characters that are for like a character like Nivelette and teams that have Furina in them. Hey, what's up, Stella? Good to see you, man. It's just personal satisfaction to have them with their weapons, unless the weapons suck so much with their kit. Vortex Vanquisher. You know, funnily enough, like Vortex Vanquisher, I think is actually a decent weapon on someone like Zhao. I mean, isn't Vortex Vanquisher better than Jade Spear on Zhao? Got bored, so I came here. Hey, yo, glad to have you here. How's your day going? Keto fighting? Exactly. One flew right by me, and it was getting really annoying, so yeah, why not? That was actually why I put Bennett's Burst in such an awkward spot. Struggling to clear floor 9. That's alright, Stella. I mean, you're on a pretty young account, right? But crit rate and damage boost, still a big boost for Zhao. I see. Alright, right. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess like maybe if you have really good crit value already in your artifacts, then I think Vortex Vanquisher is just as good as Jade Spear. How old is your account again, Stella? I keep forgetting. Seven months. But that's 7 months and not very active gameplay, right? Like, or I guess maybe active, but like not active like combat-wise. Like you haven't been like hyper focused on building up your characters. Jade Spear has a higher chance to get refinements than Vortex only whales. Oh yeah, that's true. Only whales R5 the Vortex and Zhongli. Alright, I believe you. I always grind weapon and sorry, what? Weapon and talent domain. Okay. But you haven't grinded much in the artifact domains, right? When this heat will take a vacation, it'll be June already. Right? Man, the weather's... I don't remember ever experiencing a summer as hot as this one before. Also, I very much so called it that we were gonna have one of the hottest summers ever. After that very prolonged, like, I don't know, I think it was like an entire month where it was just rain after rain after rain and just did not see the sun for like a couple of weeks straight. And yeah, I've never experienced like a rainy season like that before, or at least like a part of a rainy season like that before. And I called it. I called it. It was gonna be one of the hottest summers I've ever experienced, and it exactly is. Every time I grind artifacts, the stats have more depth. Yep, that's exactly how it works. Okay, well, the fact that you said that means that we are playing the same game. Yes. You know, okay, I don't know if you've noticed this, Jokoshu, but that's typically how the weather works, right? Like you have hot period and then cold period, hot period, cold period. Although like here in the Philippines it's less cold and more just not hot. There's never really like a cold period here in the Philippines. It's just very hot and then not hot, very hot, not hot. And the hotter the hot period is, that's also like how long and how not hot the not hot period will be. But the not hot period, however long and how not hot it is, will also be very much relative to how hot the hot period will be. I call them hot period because like it's not just like all hot all the time in summer. It's more like in the rainy season we have, I don't know, like more like 70 days of rainy and 70% of the days are rainy, and no, more like 60. Yeah, and then like 40% of the days are sunny. And the sunny days are actually like, they almost feel like summer as well. Yeah, you can consider cold if you can't see ice. Because like when you say cold, like I don't need to see snow and ice and hail and stuff, right? I just have to at least think like, oh, I better go put on a jacket before I go out today. But then like there's never ever a time like that in the Philippines. It's just an umbrella, sure, but a jacket? Nah, never needed one. A raincoat, yes. A jacket, no. And even in your raincoat, you're still gonna sweat. Even in the rain. Cool weather, not cold weather. Yeah. Because like, once you say cold, that's when you will think that, oh, I gotta put on a jacket before I get out. Whereas cool is just, you sort of just think, oh, it's not hot. I can take a sweater. Here in the Philippines, sweater is like, okay, so when someone says a sweater, like I always consider what Westerners and like people who live in colder climates consider is an actual sweater, like a proper sweater, you know, like something to keep you warm. Whereas like here in the Philippines, like if I wear what and that, remember, that's what I consider to be actually a sweater, right? Something that actually keeps you warm, from like protected from the cold. Like maybe not perfectly, but at least like it won't make you feel cold. If I wore anything resembling that here in the Philippines, I would just, I might as well be, I might as well go to the gym. I might as well exercise, go jogging or something. But yeah, like I don't even understand. Like so there's been recently a typhoon that came through the Philippines, and okay, now I'm not trying to undermine like all the people that were like severely affected by the typhoon, you know, that experienced a lot of flooding, got their homes destroyed by the typhoon and floods and all. But I also, like, in my city, it didn't feel like anything. It didn't help at all with the summer. It just made it so that we had a few days that weren't as hot. As long as it has long sleeves, it's considered a sweater. Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Like over here in the Philippines, like if it has long sleeves, people consider it a sweater or a jacket. You wear a hoodie, we call that a jacket. Fact. Especially with the with like older people, like your parents maybe or your grandparents. Like you wear a long sleeve, they'll like and you're going out, they'll ask you like, "Hey, why are you wearing a jacket?" Ooh.
みんながそばにいてくれるわ。風に
師匠の技を食らいなさい。サリウルコ、この剣はわかるかい？はっはっ、せやっはっ、
全力攻撃だ。燃えろ。散らまく惜しみ。
話が通じないなら叩くまた。料理の時間だよ。歌より。
I expected dragons, but all I got was Pokemons. Well, maybe they're dragon type Pokemons, right? Yeah, it's not that bad. You got something at least.
手をつなぎましょう。かかれ。糸よ、工作せよ。
難攻不落。
Man, I haven't seen a ruin hunter in so long. Oh no, there's two of them. I forgot.
岩山八九。
かかれ。終わりね。かかってな。
I guess they'll give us Pokeballs to catch. I mean, Nivelet and Hydro Travelers got you covered there. Hey, what's up, Clara? How you doing, man? Got something for you. What's it? What is it? Oops. What did I use again on the other side? Ooh, yikes, I don't remember. I think it's this. Yeah, I think so. All right. Yeah, sure. Let's hope that works. Roses are red, weapons. Roses are red, weapons against me won't prosper. With this treasure, I summon. What's that?
剣女盤石
捕まえた。どの目が出るかね。雨描きがたし。この剣はわかるかい？
岩山八九。
歌よ錦となれ。痛がっていない。糸よ工作せよ。動く雨描きがたし。
難攻不落。
大ウルコ捕まえた。どの目が出るか。この剣はわかるかい？はい。やっ。
Megumi? What's that? Megumi. $5 for almost 2 weeks is not a bad revenue for Wuthering Waves. At least they can push more Genshin devs to be better. 13 million for almost 2 weeks. Well, I mean, that's the thing though is like it's brand new, right? It's like there's a pretty good chance that is gonna be its peak. Or at least like that's gonna be one of the big highest peaks. And like I'm not trying to be a downer, but the chances of that are pretty high. Like same exact thing with Genshin, right? Oh, come on. Okay. I hate these dudes. Oh, I missed one. Only hit one of them. I really hate that they jump around so much, but then like auto targeting just won't target them. Auto target just won't target them, like it seems like. Right? Like when they jump around, like okay, there. Yes, it's true. Peak is always on release date. Yep, exactly. Jujutsu Kaisen Megumi. Oh, I'm sorry, Clara. I don't watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, I'm wishing them the best, even though I don't plan to play the game. I'm wishing them the best. Because a better Wuthering Waves also means better Genshin.
件はわかるかい？せっかかれ。
難攻不落。
歌よに捕まえた。いざよ到達せよ。雨描きがたし、この件はわかるかい？
Oh dear, I think I didn't catch my particles. I'm kinda screwed.
知識はあなたにも怖くない。ここより弱滅の時、邪魔者の粛清は高よ、写真を起こせ。全部丸見えね。
Come on, I didn't get to mark them. Well, okay, we'll just use that. And heal everyone. We're good. Okay, mark them and your pets. Oh man, this guy didn't get marked. You're still gonna die anyway. Here we go.
見切りました。覚えたのよ、影のカラスが。ゆえぐい、違うかよ。必ず戻ってくる。答えなさい。
Oh. Ow.
稲光、すなわち永遠なり。はびこりなさい。私のお家にいらっしゃい。怖くない。怖く覚えたわよ。やせって
Oh dear. Well, this is not good. What? No, the time! I wasn't paying attention. In Wuthering Waves, most of the things become famous except the story, I guess. First, like first honor student suddenly got a pretty smart rival. Transfer student from in the school. Yep, exactly, right? Like your best in class, the guy that's best in class just won't try anymore because like he can see that second place is pretty far behind. Then all of a sudden gets a transfer student that's like actually pretty smart. Suddenly is threatened. Oh dear, no energy. Can I please move? Thank you very much. Oh, nice. You guys came. Appreciate it. Wow, this is actually pretty good. Pretty good run. Ow.
神聖なる恩
ユエーグエンデボッはり取りなさい。全部丸見えね。これこそが知恵の伝道。見切りました。怖くない怖くない。痛いの飛んでけ。
お前のために神聖なる恩
痛くしちゃうかも。
真理は不滅。
Okay, I don't know how this chamber is gonna go without full energy. I mean, this chamber is fine, but it's the next half, it's the second half that I'm worried about. Because that boss is like really... It's such a time waster, and I even allowed this guy to get his armor out. Stop moving, thank you. If you don't mind. Oh, what?
動かないでね。断罪の名において裁きの雷。そこ。よし。稲光、すなわち永遠なり。よし、逃げ道はありません。胸。
Oh, jeez. Okay. I still can't get the timing on that thing. Yep, sure. Could you stop, please? Thank you. And there we go. Very nice. Man, I guess the next few days are gonna be days where I actually have to do daily commissions.
いいさ。
RJ fighting the mosquitoes. Yeah, it's unbelievable, like the how many mosquitoes there are. Because like my house isn't fully open. Well, it's not my house. It's the apartment I live in is not open. All the windows have screens, right? All the windows have screens, and we almost always keep the doors closed. But somehow, some way, there's still just that many mosquitoes. Okay. All right. Other accounts. You know, I'm kind of sad that the realistic side of me is not expecting to ever have my own house ever. Like, and the realistic side of me, aka the negative side of me, is also just expecting myself to be renting forever. And like at some point I know that I won't be able to provide for my family anymore unless something really good happens. Like all of a sudden I have my own land, and the land is actually in a place where there's fiber internet, where like the electricity is actually stable enough that I could work properly. And yeah, like and even despite all of that, I still occasionally fantasize like about having a home. And what that means is and by fantasize, I also, like, again, the realistic side of me, because I'm very much a realist, I plan for practical stuff that hardly anyone ever thinks about. Like, for example, how am I gonna design my house to have natural what's the word, like what is a good house design that has natural airflow, or at least that promotes natural airflow? Okay, so I understand that you have to have the house, like you have to study the land, right? Like you have to do some research, like you have to actually water and coffee. Okay, sure. All right, rather coffee and then water. Where's the water? Yeah. And you have to actually, you know, take into account your land. You have to be there for a little bit at least, like try out like different seasons, like where the wind, like which direction the wind comes from, which, you know, etc., right, in different parts of the year. And you have to face your house that way, or at least the part of your house that has, like, you know, where air can go in and go out of. And I've got a couple of basic ideas for that, even with like a very limited amount of space. Now I don't know exactly what the design is called. Like it's y'all pay home taxes after you own it? Yeah, it's called property tax. Everyone does. Kind of weird, isn't it? That you bought the land. You bought it full price, right? Full price. Like you can't ask for a discount. Well, I'm still gonna have to pay for taxes for this, so I want 10% off, right? Like no, full price, land value, full price, no discounts whatsoever. And like somehow, if you fail to pay your taxes for too long, the government can just take it away. It's kind of weird, doesn't it? Like, am I really... Why am I even buying my land? If you can just take it away. Right? I've always found that to be weird. Like, the fact that you have to pay taxes for property you own? Like, do you see me paying taxes for owning games on Steam? Do you see me paying for taxes for the games that I bought? Do you see me paying taxes for the computer that I own? Right? It just feels kind of weird, don't you think? Like, just feels like, did I buy this land or am I renting it from the government? I've always found that, I don't know, stupid. The idea of buying land and then building your home seems cheaper in thought. I mean, it is overall. It is overall. Like, okay, in my city, in the city I live in, okay, I pay 7,000 pesos for rent, and this is because this is a very small city. 7,000 is considered expensive, not the most expensive, but it's considered sort of expensive, especially for the amount of space that I have. And it's not a very big house. It's also kind of clean for how old it is and the type of construction materials, and like how I would hardly consider it like 5-star construction. But it's also not low budget construction either. Like it's okay. It's average. Right? Despite all of that, I still consider it to be fairly clean. The only gripe I have about it is that they didn't treat the most important parts, the most important wooden parts of the structure with anti-pest or whatever you use to to prevent termites or any sort of pest to destroy to gradually destroy over a long period of time the material, like the base material. Well, it's a concrete structure, but the internal divisions, like for example the floor for up to the second floor, the walls between the rooms, etc., those are all made of wood. But that's the only gripe I have about this place, is like they didn't treat it like they were, I don't know, the mom of the owner, sorry, not mom, the daughter of the owner of this building, she keeps telling us that her mom was not a cheapskate, but like he came here every day and yelled at everyone, and just to some degree is also a cheapskate. She just would not provide any money at all to like fix up an apartment before a new tenant goes to live in it. So their daughters, our landlady, have to get creative. Like what they do is like they use the advance and deposit to fix up the apartment before the new tenant moves in. Like for anything that's broken and stuff. And I imagine that she probably cheaped out on the whatever material you need, whatever coating you need to prevent termites from just living in the wooden parts of your home. Probably because she knew she wasn't gonna live here, so she just didn't care. The idea of buying, yeah, and So okay, again, I pay rent. I pay 7,000 pesos a month for rent, and my mom and dad, my mom and dad's house is about, let's see, about 20. No, yeah, I guess 20 minutes away from here. Like if you drive straight out of my front door to their front door, it's about a 20-minute drive. So it's not too far. But nobody would rent an apartment for even 2,000 pesos where they are. So just, you know, just for some context, right? So I'm saying that the difference in how expensive rent is from the location of where I am to where my parents are, which isn't very far away, is just like, it's from 0 to like 90%. And if this house was mine, I wouldn't have to pay for 7,000 a month, which basically is like, let's see, 70,000, 84,000 pesos a year. I would probably just have to pay for, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15,000 a year in taxes, in property taxes. And that includes the house and the land. Because my parents' house is a lot bigger than this, like maybe 4 times bigger than the apartment I live in, and they just pay like, I think 4 or 5,000 pesos a year in property tax, including the house and land. Yeah, so despite being smaller, it's in a much, you know, in a much more commercially viable, or like a much better part of the city. So it'd probably be like 10 to 15,000 a year in taxes. So 10 to 15,000 a year in property tax versus 84,000 pesos in rent. I'll take the taxes any time of the day, any time, like no questions asked. And even if, you know, because it would be my own house at that point, then I would have to take care of maintenance, fixing stuff. I don't care. Like the difference is still so huge that I'd rather own a house here in the Philippines than just rent. Are there any hidden places in the Fortress of Meripede? Define hidden. There are quite a lot of like deep over there, deep underground places in the Fortress of Meripede.
Yuko. みんなは俺が守れ。風の赴くままに。
グオパー。
歌よにしてとなれ。この件はわかるかい？ここまで。はっ、それ。
Did you hear of Emily? Emily, what? New character? No, I haven't heard of it. Where's she from? Which region? I only explored places from Art Conquest and Caterpillar Quest. Okay. Yeah, so no, you haven't fully explored the Fortress of Meripede yet. There are quite a few like tunnels and rooms that you have to go into. That are like, especially that level of the fortress where there's like this big clock that you have to keep turning to open different parts of, that actually takes a while. Fontaine, oh, okay. No, I haven't heard of her. Her team's restrictive like Nilu, but burning reaction double dendro pyro. Oh, really? No, I haven't heard of her yet. If people are talking about a new character now, I imagine their timing is probably gonna be 4.8, right before the, right before Natlan. Artifact domain has a burning. Yeah. The other set. It's actually, I think it might be a pretty decent set for burning Ganyu. But obviously, like if you already, it's not a replacement for like a 4 Wander or like a 4 Marchese. Oh no, sorry. Marchese. What am I talking about? Yeah, but burn melt Ganyu, I think it's a pretty good set. But again, it's not, I don't think it would replace 4 Wander if you already have a really good 4 Wander. Yeah, it's less, the set seems to be less about buffing burning and more like just giving you a reason to use a burning team. That's sort of what the set is all about. It's more like just, hey, if you use a burning team, you get this. And that's the cue for Emily. Yep. Sounds appropriate. Yeah. Like when we get stuff like that, when stuff like that happens in the game, it's never for no reason. Like for example, okay. So Sigewinne's kit right now makes no sense at all. But you bet 2, 3, or 4 version updates down the line, you're gonna wish you pulled for Sigewinne. And it's in the same way. Like it's exactly the same as like Kuki Shinobu or Toma. Well, okay, Toma not so much, but at least sort of, right? Like and even Baizhu, right? Like I never would have imagined ever wanting, or even like even with the smallest amount in my heart to want Baizhu. Oh, you're still alive. Still have 3 versions left before Natlan, and it feels like yesterday that we arrived in Fontaine. I know, right? Right? It doesn't... I don't know. I feel like I just barely finished Fontaine. And here we are, on our way to Natlan. Sorry, you said we still have 3 versions left. So 4.7, 4.8. Are we gonna have a 0.9? Is that what you're talking about? Like when you say we still have 3 versions left, or are you talking about including the last 2 days of 4.6? I guess all of us feeling this way is a good thing, because it means that it means that Hoyo did a pretty good job of spacing out content. Now, if you want to be negative about it, you may just say, well, okay, they're just time gating content, you know, like so that they don't have to make as much content as they would. But with how, you know, obviously they don't have unlimited resources. They have a lot of resources, but they don't have an unlimited amount of resources. They don't have an unlimited amount of manpower, developer time. So, despite the limitation that they have, they still somehow did a pretty decent job of spacing out content. Probably 2 versions left then. So far, we've never had a 0.9 update. It's always ended at 0.8 and then the next 0.0. But hey, who knows? You know, like, it's their game. I mean, there's not really much left of Fontaine, I think. Like, I don't... Yeah, 0.7 and 0.8 are going to be very dry patches. And 0.8 is probably gonna have like a summer update, right? Like a mini map, sorry, like a temporary map. Like they might return the Valeria Mirage, the Golden Archipelago might return, you know, something like that. Still want a Navia before Natlan. Curse this wanderer, edgy teen came home while getting some Farazan cons. Who are you getting Farazan cons for? Or Zhao? Oh. Man, that kind of sucks. That, okay. So, it kind of sucks that, Farazan has sort of been tied to Wander for, like, a good long while now. That, Farazan is not likely to be put on a banner when Zhao comes, because, like, if somehow we just recently get a Zhao banner, or sorry, let's say a Wanderer banner, and Farazan's on it, it's highly unlikely for Farazan to also be on a Zhao banner. Don't need 2 more Farazan. Man, that's quite a bit. 2 Farazans might be... Yeah, there's a chance that you might get another Wanderer before you get 2 Farazans. Because I think mathematically, getting a C0 5-star is about the time that you get C2 of a 4-star on the raid up banner. And by the time that you get a C6 4-star, that's the time that you get like a C2 of a 5-star, or at least if not C2, then like 3 copies of 5 stars, 3 5-stars from the banner. 100k from Bennett. Boosh. Boosh. What meta can we can assume in Natlan? In Fontaine we got mono teams, HP manipulation and damage boost. Wander will get me PTSD in building pity. This would be the perfect time to insert the Akira meme. Akira! Ah! Leave me alone! This would be the perfect time for that. The Hu Tao Kokomi meme of that was pretty funny.
私をとやっせ痛がったな捕まえた糸よ到達せふふ難攻不落全部丸見えねかかれ捕まえたはっはっ手をつなぎましょう剣女盤石しっかり立ってな
Can you just please? I don't want to you. Okay, thank you.
Yuko. それそこだみんなは俺が守れ燃えろ股間奥義料理の時間だよやっはっせいみんながそばにいてくれるわ絆って風の雲の師匠の技を食らいなさいウオパカリウルコ難攻不落かかれどの目にやっぱり丸見えねやった剣女盤石しっかり立ってな捕まえた痛がったね終わりねはっ
Alright, we still have 2 regions left. Yes, Natlan and then Snezhnaya. I wonder how much, man, cause like, think about how much hype Raiden Shogun had, right? Like, and they didn't even have that much time to build up the hype for Raiden Shogun, right? Like, we just had, yeah, we just had 1.0 to 1.8, no, 2.2, no, 2.1 to build up hype for the Raiden Shogun, and look at how popular she was. When, on the contrary, we've had all this time to build up hype for the Tsaritsa. And we still don't even know what she looks like. Are they gonna insert an extra region like Conria? Or the area where the gods reside? That's probably gonna come after Snezhnaya. I don't know. How will Natlan's Archon quest look like? I mean, you mean, or Archon? We have no idea actually. The only Natlan character that we know of is that little pyro character, puncher thing, whatever his name was, from that really old trailer. That really old trailer that showed, who did it show? So it showed Lyney and Lynette, Sino, and who else did it show again? I don't remember. I don't remember. It showed like a couple of characters from each respective region. Not every region, but like many of the regions. I don't remember who else it showed. Ayaka? I don't remember Ayaka. It's been a long time. Yeah, and they showed off like that pyro, that short pyro character with like I don't remember if this is correct or not, but I feel like I remember like he was his fist was clenched and it had fire on it. I think that's probably wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's sort of what I remember. You're not dead. I watched those trailers like more than 15 minutes time. 15 twice, really? Watched that Diluc, Liu, and Ningguang, Inazuma, Ayaka, Sumeru, Sino, Fontaine, Lyney and Lynette. Yeah, and then Natlan. It didn't show anyone from Snezhnaya though. I imagine they probably weren't even finished with like what Snezhnaya's like costume designs were going to be or going to look like when they released that trailer. No, no. Can we please just move? Oh joy. I need healing. There we go. I think Snezhnaya is Pulcinella. Oh, did we? Was there someone from Snezhnaya then in that trailer? Short person in a chair. Pulcinella is the harbinger. Long nose, ears, elf. Wow. I don't actually remember that, but if that's the case, then yeah, that's definitely Pulcinella.
流通のために作られた船は港に止まる。
I wonder which of the Harbingers is not going to be
あらゆる
playable.
富が沈着する場所だ。
Because we already know that Senora is not playable.
難攻不落。
So I wonder if there's gonna be any other Harbinger that's not going to be playable. Oh, I don't think I've talked about this on stream yet, but I actually started watching something reincarnated as a slime. I think that's what it's called. Because it's just free on Muse Asia on YouTube. I can't understand, like, how does that work? Like, how do they... Is it the owners of those IP just decided, let's just give the license out for free? No, not for free, but like for cheap. Cheap enough that this Muse Asia YouTube channel can pay for it. Because like in Asia, hardly anyone even pays for like Crunchyroll, like a subscription to these platforms. Like most people in these regions are pirating the software, pirating the shows anyway, so they might as well earn something. And apparently, that anime it's actually pretty far into like in the light novels. Like the light novels are way ahead. There's no way Pantalone will not be playable because female players. Also, I was listening. Love what? Furina, okay. And Broad not taken song, then slept without knowing. That's basically me every night. Hey, what's up, Jace? How you doing, man? I think Natlan is all about reincarnation. I played Wuthering Waves. Oh, really? What do you think about Wuthering Waves, Jace? Reincarnation. Maybe. Oh, wait. Like. What about Hu Tao's? Oh yeah, okay. So think about Hu Tao's and Kuki C6. Are there any other characters that have a C6 like that? I don't know. At least none that I remember. C6s that constellations, or at least like some part of their kit somewhere that makes it so that they don't die like when they're supposed to die. Instead, they just stay at that HP for a little bit. Like me, so I can't imagine. Well, okay, you know what? Never mind. I guess we already do have resurrection. In some characters already have resurrection in their kits. Like for example, Chi-Chi C6 and Barbara C6. But like, I can't imagine that being a part of gameplay. Like, it's like a, I don't know. It's like a, not not safety, but like it's just a way so that you don't have to like redo something. But remember like how basically useless it is. Even okay, I guess you guys don't need to remember it because it is still the case. Still pretty useless today. If your characters die, then you just reset Abyss. Just try again. I betrayed Genshin. I like it. It's fun so far. The fights are quite hard and does take some bit of skill to get used to. But that's the funniest part for me. Overall, it's good. Hey, I'm glad you're happy over there, man. I mean, if you are... Sorry, I gotta focus here. Hang on. Oops, that's the wrong character to be on. I messed up immediately. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad, man. You're happy over there. If you're like I don't know, if you're in high school or something, and like you have quite a lot of free time, like I did when I was in high school and college, then I'm sure you'll be able to play both. Because especially when there isn't much to do in Genshin. Like for example, after things typically die down after point 0.5 of a certain version update, and after that it's sort of just events. Like there'll still be like some exploration, I guess, but if you don't really care about exploration, then you can just completely forget about that. But it typically dies down to around like 0.4 or 0.5, and yeah, it'll be mostly just doing mini games from events, a little bit of a big world quest, and then not much else really after that. That was a really slow run. Whoa, yikes, yikes, oh dear. No, no. Well, that's kind of annoying. I had to use Yao Yao's burst early. And I completely forgot to put out official odds. Oh man, okay. Alright, well, I guess nothing to do about that now. No, I don't think I have enough free time. This is called Gacha Hell. The dailies will make you crazy. I barely played. I just played for about a few days and abandoned it because of finals. Yeah, true. Genshin is pretty casual. That you can hop on other games or make another account like RJ. Been studying calculus so hard that I don't think I can take it anymore. Luckily, I didn't fail my other major so far yet. In fact, got the highest in our final exam and subject. Hey, congrats, man. Nice. The cost of sleepless nights. Well, I mean, that's sort of the that's sort of life. We are born, and then once we're born, we're sort of destined to be here on Earth for like around 80, like anywhere between like 70 to 90, or maybe even 100 if you have good genetics, years. And in that time that you're here, you can, well, at first, your fate is decided by your parents or whoever takes care of you. And then, like, once you are, you become an adult, you start to live on your own, then you can start to decide what you want to do, including what things you are willing to compromise on. Like, in this case, you compromised on sleep to get better grades. Right? And some people will choose to compromise on grades because they want better sleep, or they want to hang out with friends, or they want to play video games. Yeah, well, I guess the nice thing about Genshin is, though, like, they are keeping Genshin easy so that the players, like you, for example, you are not always going to be able to log in every day to get your primo gems, to get the event rewards, right? Like, etc. Which means you're not gonna have saved up a bunch of this. Which means you're unlikely to get a lot of their characters, which means your account is likely to not be very strong. And you're also not likely to be using up a lot of your resin very often. You know, right? Like, you're probably gonna play like you're probably gonna log in like a couple times a month. But then every now and then you'll just so happen to have some free time to log in, and then you'll see, oh hey, I heard of this character. I heard you know, someone talk about like this, that. Like, he's pretty good. Like, you just so happen to log in again during Arlecchino's banner, during Yuvilette's banner. Oh hey, everyone's saying this character is so good. And if you just so happen to have some extra cash at that time, then hey, maybe drop like $20 for some primos, right? To get that character. Maybe you had like 20 pulls. You had like 20 pulls worth of primo gems, and then you checked your history. You're like, oh wait, 20 pulls? Okay, that means I'm like 60 pity now. Well, okay. I mean, I got this extra $20. You bought yourself a couple of primos, a couple of Genesis crystals, and there you have it. Now you got the brand new character. Hoyo's happy. You're happy. Right? That's exactly the type of dynamic that Hoyo is sort of expecting. But then Hoyo doesn't want these types of players to not feel rewarded. So a lot of these players are very unlikely to have properly built characters. And by properly, like optimally built characters. So they've made it so that the most difficult content in the game is not very hard. That you, as a casual player who at least knows a little, a thing or two about how to build a character, how to build a team, will be able to at least, if not fully, like 36-star Abyss, that's sort of what is currently considered as completing Genshin, right? Like 100%ing it. At least you'll be able to tackle it, to play in there, even with just a mildly built high-end character. And even then, if there's no percentage in Abyss. The only thing that you know is like, okay, I finished Abyss, is you get 36 stars. But like, it's not anywhere in the game, like, unless if you specifically go here and click this thing, right? And it's not even like, it's not a percentage, it's just a star. It's stars. It doesn't say 36 out of 36, it just says 36. So it doesn't make you feel like you didn't complete anything, right? It doesn't make you feel like, oh, something is incomplete. No, the thing that you can see is incomplete is exploration. You can clearly see it. They made it specifically percentage. So you can see whether you completed, again, I'm doing air quotes here, you completed the game. Because a lot of casual players are going to see these numbers, especially because, like, look at this. 100% means yellow, right? That makes you feel even better about 100%ing it. And if you think about it, the regions, like the open world, that's where a lot of the development time go into. And I understand that as developers, and as a business as well, they spent the most time, therefore the most money, on the open world, the landscaping, placing where the chests go, the Archon quests, the world quests, etc., the lore, the writing of the lore, and all of that stuff, right? Like, obviously, there's character designs, like both aesthetic character designs and the character kit designs, as well as like all the testing and stuff, all the math calculations that they have to do. But that is also like the other half of the coin. And I understand that they want us to experience the content that they spent so much on. And that's why they do this stuff. They make you feel like you completed the game by doing the exploration. But then they don't make you feel the same feeling of completion. They don't show you that same visual feeling of completion from Abyss. Because Abyss, they came up with the idea, right, like of how it works, and now they don't really even have to spend that much time in it. They just have to spend like a little bit of time coming up with new enemy layouts, new enemy lineups, and like a new, like, what is this, like Abyssal Moon Blessing. And that's it. Compare that to how many hundreds, or if not thousands of hours you have to spend, like, you know, coming up with an open world. I want Natlan to have a rideable dragon mount. Oh, Jace, did you? Okay, I recommend you go watch the Natlan teaser trailer on the official Genshin Impact YouTube channel. Like, it doesn't say anything, but it certainly makes you think that maybe, maybe. And we already had something similar to that when this part of Sumeru came out. The Surush thing, like wherever it is. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Oh, this thing. Yeah, Surush, right? Technically not a rideable mount, but I think it's the closest thing we have to one. Me want dragon. Me want dragon. Be customizable. I'm gonna make a hood dragon. Currently in our end game, we can get 1,200 primos in a month, but with the new end game, with the current Abyss, we will now have 1,400 primos a month. Yeah, but 1,400 for quite a lot more work, because like the current form of Abyss we have, it takes full advantage of our character stats. Like, we can use any of the characters that we built. So if we've built all our characters and different teams really well, as long as it's not a hard 100% counter, we can just sort of, you know, bang our head through it. We don't have to spend too much time planning which characters to use, which teams to use. Whereas like the new end game thing that they're coming out with, it seems to, like, there are quite a few like limitations which means we're gonna have to spend more time doing like planning and stuff. And like some of the characters that we don't have, we might think, oh no, this character's kit would be really good against this set of enemies with these like rules or whatever they're gonna implement in it. So you're gonna feel like, oh, I guess I have to use the trial character then because I don't have them. And obviously the trial character is not gonna be very well built. I'm sure they're gonna be kind of built, but just well enough for you to be able to clear that content played, if you play really well. So it's a little bit, it's quite a bit more work for a little bit more primos. I guess overall it's okay, especially if you have the time and you enjoy doing that kind of content. But I guess I'm happy. 200 more primos. I'm a little sad that we get to do less of this. But hey, I guess, I don't work for Hoyo. I don't run Hoyo, so I can't run Hoyo the way I want it to be. One more cookie to achieve immortality. Yeah, immortality. Hey, gotta go. Need to go prepare my stuff tomorrow. I have finals on engineering drawing. Ooh. Definitely have fun hanging out for a while, chatting. Hey, appreciate you being here, Jace. Yeah, best of luck, man. Good luck on your exam. Take care. Yeah, anyway, I think that's about us for today. I just have to use up resin on the third account. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the Sino story quest on the third account today instead of daily commissions. But obviously, I just did that earlier in the stream, and I obviously don't have enough time to do that right now because like I got work in half an hour from now, and I have to have dinner before then. Yeah. So are Newglet's multipliers just that good? That so I noticed there's a pretty decent difference in damage between this Nivelet on my third account and on my second account. So my second account has 34k HP and about 30 less crit damage, but it can only do up to 37k per tick of his charged attack, whereas this Nivelet with 2k more HP and 30 more crit damage does up to 42k per tick. So like that's a pretty big difference. Is that because Nivelet's multipliers is just so crazy that like even though that's not a lot of stat difference, it's a pretty big difference in damage? Hey, what's up? Welcome back, yeah, Ken? How you doing, man? You came at a bad time, man. I like literally right about to end the stream. I got work in 23 minutes from now, and I have to have dinner before then. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today, guys. So for anyone who needs help building their characters, accounts, making a decision on which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, bots, and streams, and in the pinned message and YouTube chat. If you want to ask for my opinion specifically, you can ping me over there. My name is Elvis Einstein on our Discord server. But of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Hi guys, you're Fahim, it's menu ID. Oh, okay. Did you change it or a different YouTube account or what? Right, anyway, sorry guys. Alright, bye everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.